Welcome to Alpine Daily, weekly family devotional. Guess who's coming to dinner? Hey parents, all month long your kids have been learning about the virtue of love, which we define as choosing to give someone your time and friendship no matter what. So all month long your kids have been challenged with different ways of trying to wrap their minds around God's love and how to live that out in their life. This week in our Bible story, we are discovering that there's no limit to God's big love. We learn that God loves everyone, even those who are different than us. And our passage comes from the book of Acts. And in this passage, we hear the story of Peter receiving from the Lord a message to go visit Cornelius, who's a Gentile. And at that same time, Cornelius has heard that he's going to receive a dinner guest, a Jew. And when these two families get together, their friends and family kind of gather at the door and they realize there's some pretty clear differences between them. And in that, Peter says in verse 28, he says, "You are well aware that it's against our law for a Jew to associate with a Gentile or visit him. But God has shown me that I should not call any man impure or unclean. So when I was sent for, I came without raising any objection." Peter is learning here that he needs to love others, even those who are different than him. And that's really the bottom line that the kids have been learning this week, was to love others, even those who are different. And parents, there's really a challenge there for you and I to learn that, are we being an example to our children to show them to love others, even those who are different from us? So I hope that you can think about that this week as you interact with other people at the grocery store. God loves everyone. He doesn't just love Christians. He doesn't just love people who do good things. He loves everyone, rich or poor, good or bad, old or young. There's no certain group of people that God loves more or less. So this week, our prayer focus, we're going to ask the Lord to help us to love our neighbors as ourselves. In fact, that's our memory verse for this month. Matthew 22:39 says, "Love your neighbor as yourself." So parents, I want you to think about the resources that we have here at Alpine Church that are available to you. This week we shared with your kids a resource called 101 for Kids, and you can access this at our website at alpinechurch.org. If you scroll down on the right side, you'll see a tab that says This Month in Kids Church. And if you click on that, there are resources for you to follow up with some of this information that I'm talking about now, but just wanted to highlight this week a 101 for Kids. We talked about it with your kids and we challenged them to look over it with you, but also to share it with someone else who might need to know the message of the Bible and the gospel. So we hope that this little family devotion can start a conversation with you and your kids, whether it be about loving others who are different than you or just a simple message of the gospel.